Look at the clock on your wrist. You likely assume the second that just ticked by for you is the exact same second experienced by everyone on Earth and every star across the cosmos. But this sense of a universal ticking clock is a persistent trick of the brain. Modern physics has searched the universe and found no evidence that a universal now exists or that time flows to a single rhythm. Gravity physically alters time because Earth's core pulls more strongly on objects closer to it. Your feet age slightly slower than your head. We see this clearly with GPS satellites. Because they orbit in weaker gravity, their onboard clocks run faster than those on the ground. Engineers must artificially slow these clocks down by several billionths of a second every day, or navigation systems would lead drivers miles off course within hours. Time is a localized property. It flexes and bends around every object in the universe, meaning your experience of now is entirely your own. This creates a problem for how we define reality. If time is a private experience, how can we possibly agree on what is happening across the universe at this exact moment? Physicists visualize the present as a slice through a four-dimensional structure. For someone standing perfectly still, their now is a flat horizontal plane cutting across space-time. This slice is governed by the speed of light, which must remain constant for everyone. To keep that speed limit the same, even when you move, space and time must distort to compensate. This distortion causes your slice of the present to physically tilt relative to the rest of the universe. Because of this geometric tilt, simultaneous becomes a relative term. Two people walking past each other on a sidewalk literally inhabit two different present moments. Roger Penrose used a thought experiment to show how these tiny tilts in time lead to massive contradictions on a cosmic scale. Imagine two people passing on the street. One walks toward the Andromeda galaxy, the other walks away. Across the millions of light years to Andromeda, these tiny angles expand into a massive gap. For the person walking away, their now intersects the galaxy during our Napoleonic Wars. For the person walking toward it, their now includes events 150 years in our future. This means that simply by turning around on a sidewalk, you change which era of this galaxy exists in your present. Relativity states that no perspective is more correct than another. If both walkers are right, then the version of Andromeda from 150 years ago and the version 150 years from now must both currently exist as real, tangible parts of the universe. This leads to the BlockUniverse model. If the past and future are both real for different observers, then space and time must form a single, solid, four-dimensional block. In this model, the Big Bang, your birth and your death are permanent slices at different locations within the block. If the future is already a fixed part of this structure, we have to ask why we only experience time as moving forward. The answer lies in entropy. Ludwig Boltzmann discovered that time's arrow is a statistical result of the universe moving from order toward chaos. This constant, inescapable increase in disorder is what allows our brains to record memories in only one direction. Quantum mechanics complicates this by introducing true randomness at the atomic level, leading some to argue for a growing block, where the future edge hasn't been determined yet. But if Einstein's geometry is accurate, the future is already etched into the fabric of space-time. Our sense of free will becomes a biological illusion. This suggests we are passengers on a train with pre-laid tracks, merely experiencing choices that were carved into reality at the beginning of time. Einstein faced this determinism directly when his closest friend, Michel Besso, passed away. He wrote to Besso's family that the distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion, and that Besso had simply departed this world slightly ahead of him. The BlockUniverse functions as a museum of immortality. Lost loved ones remain vibrantly alive at their specific coordinates in space-time. Imagine the universe as a finished film reel on a table. Our consciousness is the projector light, illuminating one frame at a time. The film is static. Time doesn't flow. Human observation creates the sensation of a lived story. We exist at the intersection of a vast, cold, mathematical eternity and the fleeting nature of a human lifespan. Without a biological observer to witness it, this grand symphony would remain silent and unseen. The universe needs us to perceive it. We are not travelers pushing our way forward through time. We are the universe's way of experiencing its own eternal, magnificent architecture, one slice at a time.